So in previous lecture, we were discussing about queuing theory. Uh, we have covered various characteristics of queuing model, then elements of queuing model or queuing problem. Then at the last part of our yesterday's lecture, we learn about Kendall's notation. Now, in that Kendall's notation, we have seen there are specific symbols, numbers, or alphabets used, and each has its own meaning. And based on this Kendall's notation, we distinguish various queuing model. So, in our syllabus, we have kept only two models for study because those are the most popularly used, as well as in most of the competitive examination only model number 1 and 3 will be asked. So in today's session, we are going to start with model number 1, that is MM1 FCFS infinity infinity. Yesterday we have seen what it means. So have a quick recap of it. Okay. So first, M. This M stands for arrival rate. So sorry, this place is for arrival rate where M is present. M means that arrival rate or arrival distribution is based on Poisson's. Second M, second place is for departure rate or service rate. M again shows that it use exponential distribution. This number 1 represent number of servers in the system. So as number is 1, that means we are dealing with single server model. FCFS, the way you are going to, or the selection of customer is done, first come first serve. Then this infinity is the capacity of the system. So infinite number of customers is are accepted to form a queue. Second infinity symbol or last one, this symbol represent population or source. So from infinite number of people or population, the customers are going to come in the model. Okay, so this is your model number 1. Now, first we will learn about some nomenclature in this class. I'm just going to show you formulas and various nomenclature designation used to solve the numerical, and after that we will directly go on to two numericals and we will solve them. Again in the next class, I'll take few more cases of model 1 and we will solve some more numericals. Okay, so let's start with the notations we use in this model 1. Lambda stands for mean arrival rate. Okay, then mu stands for mean service rate. So mean written here, it means the average or expected arrival rate or expected service rate, or average arrival rate, average service rate, because we know that to form a queue, the customers can come at any time. We don't know exactly at what time which customer or how many customers are coming. So we put a time frame. During this time frame, how many customers are arriving, so that rate is calculated. So it's a kind of a average arrival rate, average कि भाई एक घंटे में on an average कितने customer आते. Yes, in morning session there might be more customer, in the afternoon session there might be less customer, but for the calculation purpose, this random situation we try to reduce it by calculating a average arrival rate. Similar to that, we can calculate the average service rate. We calculate or we put down a mean service rate, because some customer take more time to get service, some customer might serve quickly, might get served quickly. Okay, so we calculate the average service rate, and this mu is average service rate per server, एक server पे. ठीक है. If you are dealing with multiple channels, so C stands for number of server or number of channel service station. Okay, this service rate is calculated for a single server. So for your firm, the total service rate, if you are using more than one server, so your total service rate will be C times mu. Okay, but that multiple channels, we will not study in model 1, because in model 1 only one server is present. Next one, you will find small n. Small n stands for number of customer in the system. So overall, आपका जो भी शॉप इमेजिन करो, शॉप है, तो आपके शॉप में कितने कस्टमर्स अवेलेबल है. So n stands for those number of customer in the system. Okay, rho stands for utilization factor, or in some books it is written as a traffic intensity. Traffic intensity. Okay, so rho is kind of a utilization factor कि कितना utilize कर रहे हो आप एक server. See, the arrival rate is lambda. इस rate से लोग आ रहे. The lambda rate से the customers are entering in the system, and mu is the rate by which you are going to give a service. So rho stands for this ratio, लैम्डा बाय कितने रेट में आ रहे हो और कितना रेट से आप उसको सर्विस दे रहे हो. सो इट गिव्स यू ये यूटिलाइजेशन फैक्टर कि कितना सर्वर आप यूटिलाइज कर रहे हो. सो लैम्डा बाय म्यू, you can call it as a traffic intensity or utilization factor or mean utilization factor. And this is the most important parameter you required when you pursue your calculation. अगर जब भी आप calculation start कर रहे हो, you have to calculate a row first. सबसे पहले utilization factor you calculate. ठीक है. So please somewhere note down this formula, rho equal to lambda by mu, or take the screenshot. Now after this we will quickly see what if lambda is more than mu. Means what? The customer are arriving, that is your lambda, service is mu. So the arrival rate is too high, or arrival rate is more than the service rate. ठीक है. जस्ट इमेजिन अ सिचुएशन, शॉप है, लोग आ रहे, द रेट, एक घंटे में 10 कस्टमर आ रहे हैं, आर एंटरिंग इन योर शॉप, and your service rate, that means you are giving that material to the customer, उसका रेट थोड़ा कम है. इमेजिन करो, यू कैन सर्व ओनली 5 कस्टमर इन ए आवर. एक घंटे में सिर्फ 5 कस्टमर आप सर्व कर रहे हो, तो व्हाट विल हैपन इन फर्स्ट आवर, the 10 customer arrives, only 5 customer will go out or depart from the system. So 5 customers are still in the system. In the next hour, another 10 customer will enter in the system. So now in the second hour, 15 number of customers are present. उसमें से आप सिर्फ सर्व कितने कर रहे हो? 5. So now in the system there are 10 customer already, and third hour में और 10 आने वाले, so 20, and it will go on. So what if the lambda is more than mu? The queue formation, queue is infinite. The queue cannot be, queue will not end at any moment. So I hope you understood this concept. What if lambda is more than mu? Second consequence of that lambda is more than mu is the service facility will be always busy. जो लोग काम कर रहे हैं सर्विस पे काम कर रहे हैं they will be always busy and eventually whole the system, your server, your shop is going to fail. This queue system is going to fail. So never you should have lambda arrival rate more than the service rate. Okay. Second thing, what if lambda is equal to mu? So the arrival rate is exactly equal to service rate. So that means there is no queue formation. There will not be a queue formation in this case. So 5 customers are over the period of time of 1 hour. So as soon as a 5 customer or any customer comes, your service rate is also the same. So एक customer का काम complete होने के बाद वो चला जाएगा, दूसरा customer आ जाएगा. Okay, so the arrival rate and service rate is same. That means there will not be any queue. Okay, but the server will be always busy. Next, another case, third possibility. What if lambda is less than mu? And this is the realistic situation. Or whenever you design a firm or any service station, you should you should keep your service rate more than the arrival rate. This will be a realistic situation. There will be never a situation where we are facing a large queue or infinite queue, or even in certain cases our server may be idle for some time. He will take, or sorry, the server will take a break or some on some time. So this is the real situation. So in a realistic condition, lambda should be less than mu, or you can say the service rate should be more than the lambda. Now we will just go through the formulas. Next, formula P0. P0 stands for probability of no customer in the system or zero customer in the system. It is also known as idle rate. कि भाई सिस्टम कितना प्रोबेबिलिटी है कि आपका सर्वर आइडल होगा, कुछ कोई नहीं है, उसकी प्रोबेबिलिटी क्या है. Okay, so that probability is calculated by 1 minus rho. Rho, you know, is a utilization factor. Okay, so you can say कि I am dealing with 80% utilization. So I am utilizing my server 80 up to 80%. So that means rho, the intensity or traffic intensity or utilization factor is 0.8, right? So idle rate, कितना time वो खाली बैठा है, the system is idle. So 1 minus 0.8, that means 0.2, or 20% of the time the system will be idle. Means there are no customer in the system. Idle मतलब सर्वर कब idle रहेगा, जब no customers are present. We are not dealing with the state bank, right? कि कस्टमर बैठे हैं फिर भी ब्रेक ले रहे हैं, कुछ काम नहीं चल रहा, आइडल सिस्टम है. So in the realistic situation, probability of zero or no customer you can calculate by 1 minus rho. Next one, what is the probability? P1 stands for the probability of exactly one customer in the system. Now read this carefully. P1 stands for probability of having exactly one customer in the system. ठीक है, एक ही कस्टमर इन द सिस्टम है. ठीक है, so that you calculated by rho into P0, utilization factor into idle rate. It gives you P1. Similar to that, P2, probability of exactly two customer in the system, exactly two customer. So you can calculate it by rho square into P0, rho square into P0, or you can calculate it like rho into P1. So P1 is nothing but rho into P0. So that's why rho square P0. And here also you can simplify this P0 is nothing but 1 minus rho. So it becomes rho square minus rho cube. But I keep it in this way, easy to understand. See P0 1 minus rho, P1 1 है तो एक रो इंटू P0, P2 दो रो होने चाहिए इंटू P0. If you are dealing with another probability of exactly n customer in the system, ठीक है, so Pn है n number of customer, exact n number of customer in the system calculate करना है, तो n number of rows होने चाहिए into P0. Okay, this way you can easily remember the formulas. So Pn, probability of having exactly n customer in the system, is a rho raised to n into P0. Okay, so this way you remember the formula. Now another point here you need to understand, when we are talking about P0, that means there are no customer in your system. Okay, so ये जो बंदा सर्विस देने वाला है, it is sitting idle. ठीक है, when I say P1, probability of exactly one customer in the system. Okay, so that means एक ही customer system में आपके shop में. Now when I say P1, only one customer is in the system. Please let me know how many customers are present in the queue. In the chat window, please write your answer, enter your answer. What do you think? How many customers are present in the queue? Hello, am I audible? Okay, so only 2 students are listening to this. So please correct yourself. Some of you are wrong. See, if one customer is in the system, he will directly go and take the service. He will go and directly take the service क्योंकि वो अकेला बंदा दुकान में आया है. Okay, so will he go and stand in the queue? No, he will directly get served. So बहुत बार ये confusion हो जाता है स्टूडेंट में. When we say P1, that means only one customer is in the system but not in the queue. Okay, now let's look at another thing, second part, P2, probability of exactly two customer in the system. Now there are two customer in the system. Okay, so this is guy number 1 and this is 2. So this one, the first one will go on to the server and get service. So उसका तो काम चालू है, तो वो क्यू में खड़ा नहीं है. He is just getting a service. ठीक है, जैसे डॉक्टर उसको इंजेक्शन दे रहा है, so he is getting the service. He is not in the queue. The second guy, he is waiting to be served. So that means he is in the queue. Only the second guy is in the queue. So even though there are two people in the system, number of customers in the queue is 1. So ये बहुत बार बच्चे confuse हो जाते हैं यहाँ पे. So sometimes we have been asked to calculate the probability of customer, only one customer in the queue. So what should we calculate? When when we say, or you have been asked, calculate the probability of having exactly one person in the queue. Exactly one person in the queue. Which option you will select? Are you going to calculate P0, P1, P2 or P3? ये क्लिक होना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. बहुत बार बच्चे यहाँ पे मिस्टेक कर देते हैं. See the question, understand the or listen the question again. You have been asked to calculate the probability of having exactly one customer in the queue, not in the system. Not in the system, exactly one person in the queue. When you calculate P1, that means the probability of having customer in one customer इन द सिस्टम. अगर इन द सिस्टम है तो वो एक ही बंदा आया है दुकान में और डायरेक्टली ही विल गेट सर्व. वो डायरेक्टली वो टेबल पे जाके बैठने वाला है. ही इज नो लॉन्गर इन द क्यू. क्यू कब होगी फॉर्म? जब वहां पे दो टू और मोर पर्सन आर इन द सिस्टम. टू और मोर पर्सन आर इन द सिस्टम. ओके, बट हमें कैलकुलेट क्या करने को बोला है कि ओनली वन पर्सन इन द क्यू. सो one person is getting served. ओके, यहाँ पे सर्विस सेंटर है, सर्विस स्टेशन है. सो एक बंदा आया, he is getting service. He is no longer in the queue, right? So now in this situation, how many customers are present in the system? One. So that you calculate by P1, right? But we need to calculate कि भाई कम से कम, sorry, there should be exactly one customer in the queue. This person should be in the queue. So how many customers are present in the system, or how many should be present in the system? One who is getting served and one standing in the queue, right? So that means how many customers are in the system? Two. So in this case you have to calculate actually P2 value. बहुत बार बच्चे क्या करते हैं? They just calculate P1, one person in the queue, so वो P1 calculate करते हैं. But that is wrong. It should be P2. Okay, so I hope you understood the concept here. Formulas are same: rho into P0, rho square into P0, rho raised to n P0. So please take the screenshot of this slide. Keep it ready for your reference when you solve the numerical. Okay, so let's proceed. Let's look at another formulas. Sometimes the question will be calculate the probability of waiting for more than t time in the system. Probability of waiting for more than t time in the system. So for example, you need to calculate कि भाई अगर आप डीमार्ट में चले गए, how much waiting time or how much time I have to spend in the queue or in the system to get served. ठीक है? So that probability you calculate by a formula e raised to minus mu minus lambda times t. So t is the time. So अगर आपको बोला कि हाँ you do the shopping in the DMart, ठीक है? You take whatever time you want, okay? But in the system, that means standing in the queue for in the cashier's counter, then taking the bill and going out of the DMart. So that period of time should be कि भाई 10 minutes. As a the manager, you have to manage the counters or queues in this way that the customer should not spend more than 10 minutes of the time waiting for cash counter or waiting in the cash counter and go out of the cash counter. Okay, so that time is t. 10 minutes. So इसका probability कैसे calculate करोगे? By e raised to minus mu minus lambda times t, and then based on these calculation you will come up कि कितना probability है. Should we again have more counters, or should we do little fast uh, kind of a billing system? So ये आप decide कर सकते हो. Next, probability of waiting for a less than t time. So this was first one was greater than, and second one is the less than t time. So for that you calculate by 1 minus the earlier formula. Okay, so this is कि भाई आप इससे ज्यादा कितना टाइम स्पेंड करोगे प्रोबेबिलिटी के, एंड अगर लेस कैलकुलेट करना है तो 1 माइनस द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ स्पेंडिंग मोर टाइम, right? So that will be the probability of waiting less than t time in the system. And remember, this time is in the system. So when I say in the system, that means the time taken for by the customer in the queue, standing in the queue. Okay, and also in addition to that, the time required for billing your मटेरियल. ठीक है, बिलिंग साइकिल का भी उसमें टाइम ऐड हो जाता है. दिस टाइम इज नॉट फॉर ओनली द क्यू, इट्स अ टोटल टाइम. क्यू में लगने से स्टार्ट होगा आपका टाइम एंड यू गो आउट ऑफ द शॉप. टोटल टाइम इज दिस टी. Okay, but sometimes the people focuses on only the time of spend in the queue. So sometimes we need to calculate the probability of waiting for more than t time in the queue, not in the system. ठीक है, सर्व जहां पे हो रहे तो you bear that time, but or the people customer bear that time कि थोड़ा कैश काउंटर पे ज्यादा टाइम लगा तो भी चलेगा, but we should not spend more time in the queue. Okay, so we need to understand that psychology. So this probability is calculated by just multiplying the probability of person spending t time in the system by the utilization factor. Just रो से मल्टीप्लाई करना है. Okay, so you can remember the first formula. उसके बाद second formula 1 minus the first formula. थर्ड फॉर्मूला के लिए रो into first formula. In addition to these, there are these two rarely used formulas. The first formula ये बहुत कम यूज होता है, so but we should have that formula. You should know these two formulas. Probability of n arrivals in time t. ठीक है, so आपको टाइम दिया जाएगा कि भाई 1 hour. What is the probability of 10 customer arriving at 1 hour or in 1 hour? Okay, what is that probability? So वो probability calculate करने के लिए you have this formula. Now this is required for just imagine a firm where there are number of counters and you would like to give a lunch break. Okay, so during that lunch break, how many number of arrivals will be, that you can calculate by this formula. Okay, so based on that you will decide कि कितना hours देंगे, या फिर should we have a continuous counter, number of counter कम करके swap करके you can have a break like this. Similarly, you can calculate number of departures in time t. So this was arrival and this is departure rate. Okay, so n departure in time t. So that probability, just क्या करना है आपको, ये formula याद रखो. Replace lambda by mu, you will get this formula. So take the screenshot of this slide also, keep it ready for your reference. Okay, another formula is LS stands for average or mean number of customers in the system. That means how many number of customers are present in the system. Okay, so earlier we were calculating probability, but now we are actually calculating the size of the queue or size of the system. Okay, how many customers are present in the system. Okay, so that is LS. LS is calculated by row by 1 minus row, utilization factor divided by idle rate. It will give you number of customers present in the system. Okay, so derivation I am directly skipping that portion. Next, LQ, that is the length of queue. कि कितने customers present in the queue, not in the system but in the queue. It will be LS minus rho. So how many customers are present, or what is the length of or have average number of customer in the system minus the utilization factor. Okay, next WS, that is waiting time. W stand for waiting time. Now WS, waiting time in the system. So you calculate this waiting time in the system by LS divided by lambda. Lambda is arrival rate. Next, WQ, average waiting time for a customer in the queue. How much time he is going to stay, or on an average, how much is the waiting time a customer spend in the queue, standing in the queue. So you calculate it by LQ divided by lambda. So these are some important formulas. Please take the screenshot of this again. You will find these formulas may not be available in reference book. ठीक है, उसमें थोड़ा अलग म्यू और लैम्डा के फॉर्म में सब फॉर्मूलेज डिफाइन किए हैं, बट आई प्रिफर टू गो विद दिस बिकॉज they are very simple to remember. Chances of making mistake in the formula is less in this case. Okay, now we will go to one numerical. Read the numerical carefully. A service store employ one cashier at its counter. Now remember, it's one cashier at its counter. So that means number of server is 1. Then 9 customers arrive on an average every 5 minutes, while the cashier can serve 10 customer in 5 minutes, assuming Poisson's distribution for arrival rate. Poisson's distribution for arrival rate and exponential distribution for service time. Okay, so our case is model number 1, MM1. Okay, and generally when we see self-service store, okay, with cash counter, so obviously it will be first come first serve. Also they haven't specified anything about population capacity, so we will assume these are infinity. Okay, but don't go into this detail. This is just a broad explanation. Your focus should be the solution. So remember, आपको जो numerical रहेंगे, either they will be of one server or multi server. That's it. And I'm going to teach you only two models from this queuing theory. Sub models ले नहीं सकते, and there is no need actually. Only two models are required: single server model and multi server model. So right now I have shown you the formulas for single server. In the next class I'll show you the formulas for multi server. Okay, so right now the numerical belongs to first model or single server model. Let's solve this numerical. Okay, so as soon as you get a numerical for queuing theory, first thing is to calculate a lambda or get the value of lambda and mu, arrival rate and service rate. ये आपको find करना है. Okay, so if we read the second line, that is 9 customer arrive on an average of every 5 minutes. Now this is arrival rate कि now customer आ रहे within 5 minutes of time. So lambda, that is your arrival rate, is 9 by 5, means 1.8 customer are coming per minute. So this is your arrival rate. ठीक है. Next you need to find out कि mu सर्विस रेट कितना है आपका. So continue to that line. Cashier can serve 10 customers in 5 minutes. Okay, so service rate is 10 customer in 5 minutes. So in 1 minute you are actually serving 2 customer. So mu is equal to 10 divided by 5, 10 customer per 5 minutes. So that means 2 customer, the service is given to 2 customer per minute. So this is the service rate. Now you know lambda kitna hai, mu kitna hai. As soon as you get the values of lambda and mu, go ahead and calculate a row utilization factor, because ये जो भी उन्होंने पूछा होगा कैलकुलेट करने के लिए, all depends on the value of rho utilization factor. If you look at the formulas, you will find each formula has some form of rho used in that. Okay, so rho is equal to lambda by mu. So calculate this. So 1.8 divided by 2, 0.9. So utilization factor is 0.9, और efficiency अगर बोल रहे हो utilization in percentage, so 90% utilization है सर्वर का या फिर कैश काउंटर का. So you calculate a row. Now we will answer the questions asked. Our aim is to here find first average number of customer in the system, average number of customer in the queue, time, and time on the queue. Okay, so one by one we will solve it. So up till now we have calculated lambda, mu, and rho. Okay. Now first question is average number of customer in the system. Okay. So average number, that means aim is to calculate L in the system, that is LS. So calculate LS. You know the formula, rho divided LS is rho divided by 1 minus rho. Rho is 0.9 divided by 1 minus rho, 1 minus 0.9, that is 0.1. So your answer is 9. So on an average, 9 number of customers are present in the system. Okay. Next thing, they have asked us to calculate average number of customers in the queue or average queue length. Okay. So length, average number of customer मतलब length calculate करना है in the queue. So LQ is nothing but LS minus rho. Sorry, LS minus rho. So that becomes 8.1. और कॉमन सेंस भी आपका बता देगा. See, total 9 customers are available in the system, right? So out of this 9, one customer may be getting served. So only 8 customers are in the system. ठीक है, और अपना आंसर कितना आता है 8.1, बिकॉज यहाँ पे हमने एजम्पशन कुछ नहीं किया, डायरेक्टली वी हैव कैलकुलेटेड बेस्ड ऑन द यूटिलाइजेशन फैक्टर. सो इट विल बी 8 और more than 8. So average number of customer we have calculated. Third, average time a customer spend. अब time बोला है उन्होंने, so time मतलब W calculate करना पड़ेगा, which average time a customer spend in the system. So system मतलब WS. So this is W stands for time or waiting time in the system. So WS is equal to LS, right, divided by lambda, divided by lambda. So length or number of customers in the system divided by arrival rate. So that is your waiting time in the system. Okay, so LS is 9 divided by lambda is 1.8. So 9 by 1.8, you get 5. Next, fourth, average time. Now again average time बोला है, मतलब W calculate करना है. A customer waits before being served. What it means? Before being served, that means वो queue में खड़ा है, right? He is waiting in the queue. So WQ we need to calculate. So that is calculated by LQ divided by lambda. Length of a queue divided by lambda. So 8.1 divided by lambda is 1.8. So it will be 4.5. Are there any doubts? So that's it. Our numerical is over. कुछ doubt है क्या यहाँ पे? It was very pretty straightforward. Most of the time you will not get a problem statement as simple as this. Okay, so thank you, Shonak. Let's go and solve one more numerical where we need to deal with the probabilities, various probabilities. Please read the problem statement. Customer arrived at first class ticket counter of a theater at the rate of 12 per hour. So arrival rate is given 12 per hour. Okay, so lambda is 12. There is one clerk serving the customer at the rate of 30 per hour. Okay, so customer को service मिल रहा है 30 per hour. So that is your mu. So as soon as you read this, calculate lambda and mu. So as soon as you calculate lambda and mu, go and calculate utilization factor. आगे का part बाद में देखते हैं. Okay, so calculate rho lambda by mu, that is 12 divided by 30, so 0.4. So 40% utilization of that clerk or that ticket counter. Okay, understood? Now we will go through the statement. What is the probability that there is no customer at the counter? No customer at the counter. Okay, that the system is idle. Next thing we need to calculate, what is the probability that there are more than two customer at the counter. Okay. Third, we need to calculate what is the probability that there are no customer waiting to be served. Next, fourth one, what is the probability that a customer is being served and nobody is waiting. Okay, so one by one we will solve. Right now, sorry, we have calculated, or we got lambda 12, mu 30 and rho utilization factor equal to 0.4. Okay, next thing, or the first part we need to calculate is what is the probability that there is no customer at the counter. There is no customer at the counter, मतलब वो जो बंदा बैठा है क्लार्क, वो खाली बैठा है. What is the probability of that? Okay, so what we need to calculate, please put it in the chat window कि क्या calculate करना पड़ेगा हमें. Yes, correct, Shaunak. What we need to calculate? So probability है देखो, which means P, no customer at the counter, so it should be P0. कस्टमर के सॉरी काउंटर पे एक भी बंदा नहीं है, मतलब सिस्टम में एक भी बंदा नहीं है. सिस्टम इज आइडल, सो दैट इज योर P0. ओके, प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ जीरो कस्टमर और नो कस्टमर इन द सिस्टम और आइडल रेट, ये हमने फॉर्मूला देखा था. द फॉर्मूला वाज 1 माइनस रो. सो 1 माइनस रो इज 0.4. सो 60% चांस है कि वो बंदा आइडल रहेगा. ओके, गॉट दिस. नेक्स्ट, What is the probability that there are more than two customers at the counter? Okay, read this. We need to find out the probability that there are more than two customers. So right now we had one formula P2 कि भाई P2 customer, that means probability of having exact two customer at the counter or two customer in the system. But we haven't seen a formula to calculate more than two customer. ठीक है, so उसका probability calculate करना है. We have seen the formulas for P0, P1, P2, P3, P4 और up to P infinity. We can calculate this. Pn वगैरह calculate कर सकते थे. Now see, P0 मतलब ये आपका मूवी का थिएटर है, सॉरी काउंटर है. यहाँ पे वो बंदा बैठा है टिकट काउंटर पे. P0 means no customer. P1 means exactly one customer in the system. So that is P1. P2 means one customer is getting ticket and one more customer, two customer in the system, right? P3 means three customer in the system. Okay, but our question is more than two customer, मतलब इससे ज्यादा कितना प्रोबेबिलिटी है. वी कैन कैलकुलेट कि वे तीन कस्टमर होंगे उसकी प्रोबेबिलिटी कितना है, चार कस्टमर होंगे उसकी प्रोबेबिलिटी वी कैन कैलकुलेट. बट वी हैवंट सीन ए फॉर्मूला वेयर वी आर कैलकुलेटिंग प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ हैविंग कस्टमर मोर देन टू. ऐसा फॉर्मूला हमने देखा नहीं. ओके, बट इफ वी अंडरस्टूड दिस कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ क्यूइंग थ्योरी, we will be able to answer this question without that formula. Now see, correct? Mallari got the point here. See, we need to calculate the probability of having more than two customer. Up to this P2 means what? There are two customer in the system. We need to find out इससे ज्यादा की probability कितना है, इससे ज्यादा होने चाहिए customer. So that means probability of having three customer plus probability of having four customer plus P5 plus P6 plus P7 up to P infinity. Up to P infinity. Our aim is to find out the sum of probability starting from 3 up to infinity. Okay, ये probability find करना है. But see कितना कैलकुलेट करते बैठोगे आप, P3 plus P4 plus P5 plus P6 up to P infinity. Okay, so that is not the possible alternative. But we know that कि भाई अगर sum of all the probabilities how much? It is 1. So P0 plus P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus P4 and so on. The sum of all the probabilities 1. Our aim is to calculate this probability, but it is difficult. But the left part, if we take onto the right hand side, what will happen? This probability will be equal to 1 minus this one, P0 plus P1 plus P2, right? So we got a formula that P n greater than 2 is equal to 1 minus P0 plus P1 plus P2. Okay, so Atharva Mallari got correct answer. They understood the concept. So this way you do the calculation. Okay, so P n greater than 2 or number of customers more than 2 in the system, 1 minus P0 plus P1 plus P2. Okay, Further, I can simplify this question, equation. You can have p n greater than 2 equal to 1 minus p0 is what? 1 minus rho. Okay, this p1 is what? Rho into p0, or rho into p0 is 1 minus rho. So rho into 1 rho minus rho into rho square. Okay, so p1 is rho minus rho square. So plus rho minus rho square. Then p2 is nothing but rho square into p0, rho square. P0 is what? 1 minus rho. So rho square into 1, that is rho square. Rho square minus, sorry, rho square into minus rho, so that will minus rho cube. So I'll put it here in place of p2, rho square minus rho cube. Okay, so this minus rho plus rho minus rho square plus rho square will get cancelled. Now we got 1 minus rho cube. Okay, so we'll simplify this. 1 minus 1 minus minus plus rho cube. So this minus plus 1 get cancelled, you got rho cube. Okay, now you can write Pn raised to, sorry, n greater than 2 equal to rho cube. Here you can have a formula something like this: probability of having n custom more than x, that is equal to rho raised to x plus 1. Okay, so probability of having more than x customer in the system is equal to rho raised to x plus 1. ये आपका जनरलाइज फॉर्मूला होगा. So अगर if the question is calculate probability that there are more than 10 customer at the counter. Okay, so यहाँ पे you there is no need to do like p0 plus p1 plus p2 plus p3 plus so on up to p10. करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Directly you can calculate by rho raised to x plus 1, that is 11. So rho raised to 11, you will get the probability of having more than 10 customer at the counter. Okay, so you can put rho equal to 0.6 and probability of having more than 2 customer at the counter is 6.4% or 0.064. Next, third question is what is the probability. एक minute, huh? Okay, we have 2 minutes of time. We will cover this. What is the probability that there is no customer waiting to be served? No customer waiting to be served. मतलब क्या कैलकुलेट करना होगा आपको? So the probability of no customer waiting to be served, that means probability of zero customer. ये भी केस है, right? No one is waiting. If there are zero customer present in the system, that means no one is waiting. Another case, if there is only one customer present in the system, that means he directly go on to the counter. He is not waiting to be served. He will directly go on to the counter. So ये दो cases है. So probability that there is no customer waiting means probability of having zero customer plus probability of having one customer. So other way you can calculate this as probability of having n number of customer less than 2. Less than 2 मतलब क्या है? Either 1 or 0 customer. Okay, so that you will calculate by p0 plus p1. Now p0, you know how to calculate p0, 1 minus rho, and p1 rho into p0. Again, rho into p0 is nothing but 1 minus rho minus rho square. put it in this equation. So 1 minus rho plus rho minus rho plus rho will get cancelled, 1 minus rho square. Okay, so you can have a generalized formula for that. Probability of having n number of customer or number of customer less than x is equal to 1 minus rho raised to x. You can use this formula. Earlier formula, generalized formula क्या था? Probability of having n customer greater than x was rho raised to x plus 1. So this way you can calculate it. So 0.84. And last thing we will calculate, what is the probability that a customer is being served and nobody is waiting? Let me know in the chat window which probability we need to calculate. Should I calculate P0, P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, or should I calculate P0 plus P1 or Pn less than 2? क्या कैलकुलेट करना है हमें यहाँ पे? So what we need to calculate, that the customer is being served, म्हणजे एक बंदा सर्व हो रहा है and nobody is waiting. So in the counter one person is present who is getting a ticket and nobody is present in the queue में कतार में कोई नहीं है. So that means in the system how many customers are present? Only one. So that means we need to calculate probability of only one customer, exactly one customer is in the system. Okay, so P1 you need to calculate. Now P1, you know, rho into P0 and P1 is equal to 0.24. So that's it. 2 minute extra हो गए. Quickly I'll give you the link for today's attendance. On Saturday again we are going to deal with more numericals on the same topic. Okay, any other doubt? If you have any doubt, please ask, or you can leave the session by entering your attendance.